Hello, people. So, today I'm going to show you what is the best team for pokerogue. And I believe every Pokemon in Pokerogue is good. However, not all Pokemon are meant to be mains, which is what I kind of show in my Star Showcase series. Now, you will want a good Pokemon as your main. I used to run Pinsir, but I just found better Pokemon, such as, where's he? My boy Kecleon. He is actually, unironically, amazing in this game. Do I have Adamant? Correct. Okay. When what when you get its hidden ability and its passive, you are going to be steamrolling through waves. That's because Kecleon has one, good egg moves. Its egg moves Zippy Zap, which has priority. I don't usually use Coil, but I will in certain situations. And Extreme Speed. Now, pretty early on into the run, you're going to encounter Shadow Sneak, which I like to use against fighting types. Because the fighting type Pokemon, before it has turned into a ghost type, will probably pick a fighting type move. But if you use Shadow Sneak, ghost types, uh, Protean changes the ability, you get priority. So as long as they're not using Mach Punch, you can catch them off guard. So I usually go for Kecleon. Now, your second main. This Pokemon, if your main faints, which for Kecleon, it's not gonna faint. If I'm gonna try to pull up the stats real quick. Give me a second. Okay. So I'm going to this in the corner so that I can so I can show you Heck Kecleon's stats because Kecleon is actually pretty good. Now, these are Kecleon stats. So they're pretty good, and having priority to counter your bad speed is really nice. So, I'm not going to actually be doing a run. Kecleon will be your main. No, the second main will be the Pokemon. If your main faints, all that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So something like possibly Dunsparce, which has I think Dunsparce is actually a car because it has a Wicked Torque, a Magical Torque, and a Blazing Torque. That QUE, I think it's pronounced like a C or a K. I don't know. Um, or Giraffaric. Um, Even if you don't have all of the egg moves on these Pokemon, egg moves are nice, don't get me wrong. But even if you don't have all the egg moves on these Pokemon, they can still be good. Now, you need now let's just put that on. Now, you will need a Pokemon with pickup. Pickup is just a really nice ability to have. You can use Unknown, you can use Centris, Central, I think, has more uses though. Um, so we're just gonna use Centra for this demonstration. Now, that's kind of your main core. If you have the points, I usually like to slap on a weaker Pokemon, such as Rattata, um, maybe even Vulpix. Actually, Vulpix isn't really weak. Let's just use Rattata for this demonstration. So this Pokemon, it's not going to do much. But if it needs to do something, it can also provide luck. But if it needs to do anything, it it can. Now, that's optional. The rest of the Pokemon are going to be optional. I already kind of made the main core, but a Pokemon with the ability Prankster. Now, Prankster's a really good ability. I mean, par parting shot first turn, strength sap, all before all before the opponents can attack. Ladybot also has Prankster, but I don't know who uses Matlock. Anyways, so like a supporting Pokemon with Prankster. I don't know what Ditto is supposed to have. Ooh, actually, a really good Prankster user is Shroodle slash Grafii because it gets the passive Corrosion, which allows. Let me just hover over. The Pokemon can poison the target even if it's a Steel type or a Poison type. Now, what is a Poison type that's like really hard to defeat in a run? If you didn't say Eternatus, then um, I don't know what to tell you, unless you haven't played before. But it can Toxic Poison Eternatus, which Toxic you can do first turn and then Parting Shot out of there if you even have the chance. Um, so we're gonna put Spruto on the team. Now, for your last Pokemon, I usually add like a third Pokemon that can help me out in tough situations. So Pichu's more of a main. All baby Pokemon are a main, and I don't care what anyone says. Because later in the run, it's gonna be a little hard to, get a Pokemon, get the baby Pokemon, because its stats are gonna be bad. But all the wild Pokemon stats are gonna be really good, and if your baby Pokemon faints, you lose friendship. So yeah, so let's just do Pichu, although Pichu is more of a main. And that's kind of your team. I think Kecleon and Pichu should be used separately. And also, all these Pokemon, these are not the Pokemon that you have to have, these specific Pokemon. But a pickup Pokemon is nice, a second main is nice. Prankster is a good Pokemon, is good supporting role. And if there's any other supporters, let me know. I actually don't know if there's any other like actual supporters. Maybe Whimsicott. But anyways, if you like this video, like, consider subscribing, and consider writing something nice down in the comments below. Anyways,